Howdy guys, I'm a Full 8, your favorite Wolfgirl Enthusiast, and welcome to Fire Emblem Dream of 5 by Parrhesia and Lumi. This is a complete Fire Emblem 8 Romhack of immediately noticeable musical and aesthetic beauty, consisting of 62 characters and 41 chapters, of which I believe 10 are part of a route split, so we're gonna have a great time with that. I'm led to believe that this game's story is very character-driven, so it should be every bit the match to the aesthetic beauty that it has. At least, according to you guys in the Discord. Thank you guys very much for convincing me to play this one, and thank you to Parrhesia for allowing me to play this one. Gonna go ahead and hop into this one with Prologue, Butterfly's Wing Beat. So I am completely blind to this one. I have no idea what to expect, of course, except for that the game looks amazing. The screenshots and everything on the Fire Emblem U page really do a fantastic job of enticing me to play this game, so very much looking forward to every bit of whatever that may entail. Like I said though, completely blind to the game, so I'm going to be reading all the story. I will provide timestamps if you wish to skip that and mostly just watch the gameplay, but I do advise sticking around because this is going to be a very fun story, I'm led to believe. So we've got two characters, one of which looking rather royal. Can't believe that. Not if there is any chance I might still sway you with my words. You must remember what the Diviner called you, the Leveler. Hey, me too. Whenever I get a good level, they call me the Leveler as well. It is your very destiny to be more than a mere consolidator. The stars speak of a conqueror, one who can unite the world. Is it the stars' vision, Varcade, or your own? Varcade, okay. Perhaps I have more faith in you than you have in yourself. You would change the land. You have the strength, the resolve. Prove it, to me and to yourself, and to your company. Do what you have to. It isn't happening. Then it is a great pity. If there is truly no swaying you, then I must go. Is that it then? Of all things, this is your line in the sand. Oh, okay. What else is there? The work is scarcely half done, the greatest trials yet to come. Is this a big split between old friends, potentially, or an almost Jagan-like figure? If you lack the strength for it, then I must, a way must be found. I thought you, dang it, I thought you were different. I thought you were stronger, but now I see you're just a failure like all those before you. Like those who will come after you. Sheesh, what a line. You're insane. Get back here, Varcade. Farewell, Rena. Rip. Wow, okay. You can't just leave. Can't just, wow, okay. A shift in portrait even. I didn't know whether to threaten, scream, or beg for forgiveness. Part of me wanted to go out with a knife and put an end to the threats on the spot with my own hands. But after a while of standing paralyzed by my own indecision, I just sat back under the shade of a tree and wondered how it all came to this. To think, just a few short months ago, I was just another captain of the ill-trained, ill-used frontier striders, roving the countryside on the lookout for thugs and outlaws. Fair enough. All the talk of nobles scheming in the capital, well, it all just seems so far off as to be irrelevant. Never thought it would catch up to me, never saw any of it coming. And in that moment, I wished more than anything we'd never stumbled on those dang raiders in that ruined town. Okay, so that was a flash forward? Okay, so this is our past then. Sheesh, this guy looks huge. What in the world? He's awesome. That's crazy. Is that two portraits to make up his shoulder? He's huge. Dang it all, another village razed. Not many bodies about. Doesn't look like there was much of a fight for it. All the dead look like old men and women. What do you reckon, boss? Just those too slow to run? Yeah, too slow or too stubborn. What happened to the militia? Didn't they put up a fight? Guess they figured it wasn't a fight they could win. Bad sign, that. Bandits should be hungry, desperate, and weak. When they're getting bold enough to take on villages this size, tough enough to win, and fearsome enough that it's without a fight, starts to feel like more than we can bite off on our own. I don't know, you can probably bite off quite a bit. You've got to in order to maintain that muscular stature of yours, Mr. Dude. Don't tell me you're shying away from the prospect of a fight. Me? Nah, it's you I'm worried about. And the kid. Where is the kid anyway? Huh, follow the fresh smell of vomit. Rip. Sorry, boss. Reporting for duty. Huh, first time you've seen a proper charnel house, boy. You'll get used to it before long. Oh, easy, Sergeant. Get the lad some water, then we'll move forward to investigate. Okay. Fascinating. Well, of course, we're going to get our bandit chapter to begin. Wow. Even the generic portraits are crazy. Take it all, boys. Scrag anyone who gets in the way. This is the life, eh? Too right, boss. Guess you were right about those dark rights, eh? Yeah, we'll all band together. There's enough scraps for everyone. The patrol's too weak to lift a finger, and if they do, it's the chop for them. You're a fool, all of you fools. Your kind always think you can stand together, but it never lasts. Greed, always. Nah, shut it. Dang. Pretty standard brigand fare, though. She had any sense, she would've laid low. Oh well, no cure for stupid but steal, eh? Sheesh, these guys are crazy. Torch the place, torch the whole dang valley, and grab everything you can get your hands on. Fair enough. Well, not fair, but fair enough. Caught red-handed. We have to stop this, right? Well, that would be the commander's call. Orders didn't leave much room for doubt. If we're heavily outnumbered, we're meant to go back to camp. Look for reinforcements. We've lost more than enough striders in the past few months. Sergeant, if we let them do this, what are we even for? Commander's call, lad. I think I see one of them now. That's true. More vultures, eh? Well, clear off. This here's dark right turf, unless you're looking to sign on, eh? Sheesh, this music goes crazy. What in the world? I've never heard such clear and distinct guitar riffs in the GBA sound font. That's crazy. That's so good. Oh, we're no brigands. We're with the Frontier Striders. Striders? Fafa, that meant to scare me, girl. You'll back down like all the rest, go crying back to your bosses. And by the time you make it back, we'll already be gone. And you'll be glad for it, too. Oh, so very true. Lucky for all of us, then, our orders are clear. We see an outnumbering force, we're to run for the hills. Then you better get going. But I only see one man here. How many do you make out, Sergeant? I only see one, too. You, Ensign? Yeah, just him. What? But there's a dozen of us just down. Then our orders are clear. Draw steel, boys. Let's salvage what we can of the valley. Amazing. Throughout the campaign, Rena and Garath must survive all chapters. Okay. I'm assuming that she's Rena and he's Garath. Okay. Don't worry, I'll make sure he survives. Interesting indeed. So our objective here is defeat Dismas. I'm assuming that's the boss. The pirate up here with a hand axe and steel axe. Very heavy axe, 2 times weapon experience growth. So this is going to be a very, very wonderful experience, as you can tell. So we'll go ahead and get into this one. I have a very faint memory of perhaps playing an old build version of this game. I almost remember this map in a sense, but it's just faint enough that I'm not entirely sure. But I'll get into that side tangent in just a moment. We've got some characters to go over, and I'm very excited to see what we've got to work with. So here's Rena, presumably our main lord. Many Frontier Strider captains were well-heeled second sons in soft posts, but I strive to do my part. Wow, that's very... Wait, we're going with quotes from the characters. The captain class learned to hold a blade before I could walk, but as soon as I learned, welfare was far removed from fencing. Very interesting. Huh. Okay, so she's the captain. She's going to be using swords. We've got potions. Medical solution used for healing minor wounds. We'll see if that is a proper vulnerary equivalent, or if it's just a, well, if it's 10 HP or 15 HP, or whatever the case is, we'll see that in a short bit, I'm sure. So she uses the Gilded Brand, Rena's Blade, +3 defense and +10 luck boon. Really? That's pretty crazy. Wow. That's a very, very good PRF. 9 might, 6 weight, no less. And then an iron sword, a cheap sword, 5 might, 95 hit rate. Okay. Fair enough. So in terms of her stats, she's looking very good. 7 strength, 12 speed with 8 constitution at base. The anima affinity. 6 base defense with the +3 from her sword and 21 HP. We can't see growth rates. At some point I might include, or I might go back and retrospectively add the growth rate viewer patch. I don't know if it's obviously not intended, given the fact that they're not, I'm not able to press the button and show them, but I'll do some communication and see if I'll be allowed to do that for the sake of the Let's Play portion. Regardless of that, as it is right now, she is very, very cool. Anima Affinity is one of my personal favorites. Old superstitions held firm about the primary humor of a person's soul, so all of these are even going to have little quotes. Huh. We'll go through those at some point for sure. But either way, right now Rena's very, very cool. And maybe I'll save him for last, because I think he's my current favorite. Here's our soldier, Kolbane. The third most senior of each Strider section was to bear the banner, and so, having only 3 men, well, I guess he would bear the banner. Soldier could be drilled in the spear and shield in a matter of days, but to survive took a mongrel instinct. Interesting. Iron Lance Javelin Soldier, pretty standard with the wind affinity, and 11 constitution, very solid. 9 strength, 9 speed, and 8 defense on 24 HP is no joke, and very high skill to boot. Of course, his res is rather on the low side, but that's to be expected. Low, if not literally 0. He's very cool though, I like him. And then of course, my personal favorite at the moment from the huge sprite that he's got, presumably our Jagan, potentially a bow warrior. Survivor of countless battles, destined to be forgotten by history, yet there was a sort of kindness. And then the warrior class giants among men who could dominate a battlefield, and do not mistake brute strength for dullness. Very fascinating. A 2-3 range, 22 weight, 60 use, 14 might, warbow, or great bow. Garath's colossal warbow. That's crazy. It comes with an iron bow, which is a little bit stronger than an iron sword, and an iron axe, which of course is just about standard. A rank in bows, C rank in axes. That'll work for me. 17 strength, 10 speed, 11 defense on 40 HP and the dark affinity. With 18 constitution, he's only losing a 4 to his great bow. This dude is huge. He's no joke at all. Well, this is going to be one of the most fun Jagans I've ever had the distinct pleasure of getting to play with then. Gives me a more distinguished Shale vibe in a sense, if you've heard of Shale from Call of the Armor. I'm sure that's a very common, you know, sort of, I don't know, how do you put it? Like a very common equivalency made. Either way, are we going to be able to visit this one? Not really. Well, regardless of the case, we're going to hop right into this one. It looks like bows are still 2 range by default, so I don't have to change my mindset on bows for the short while that we're here. I think I'll just start off with a simple javelin. Well, let's start off with Garath. He's going to set up a pretty easy situation for us here. It looks like we could even go as far as to probably just place him in range of this guy. I guess he'll probably one shot. Yeah, he will. That's fine. Experience for the homeboy. Wonder if there's a way I could easily go about doing this and trade over to the correct bow that I want. Oh well, it doesn't really matter that much. I'm not in the game of preserving my weapons all too much in the early game. I'm sure that I could. I'm sure that there are things I could be more careful with. Did he not get any experience there? Why? That's very funny. Let me go ahead and set a couple of these settings to the way that I like them. Ooh, very nice. That's crazy. I think I'll go with purple for the short while. Maybe I'll change that over at some point, but that looks really nice. Did he not gain experience though? He didn't gain experience at all. Okay. Maybe it's maybe there's a change to the EXP formula? Something that prevents units that are too high in level from getting anything. Okay. That's a very nice alternate design to the Erica beta portrait. I guess the way I'll do this is I'll just place you down like this. We have shove. We do indeed have shove. How could I forget? All of our characters are going to have shove, and obviously it's not based on constitution or anything of the sort because Kolbane was able to shove the big man. Banger music all throughout as well. Obviously this first chapter is going to be your pretty standard introduction, but I'm totally here for it. Let's see. Do you have, how much move do you have? 6 move on archers. Okay. Well, that is, 6 move on everybody. Okay, that's going to be something to get used to on my part. That is one that I'm most certainly not used to, but we'll go with it. We'll do our very best to get used to 6 movement. 6 movement plus shove, that's going to mean we're going to have a lot of freedom, a lot of versatility. So we're going to have a very fun time in that regard. An archer with 6 move, but a warrior as well. Wonder if we're working with like a standardized movement thing. I'm sure that there's information in the guide. Let's see, unit status option, augury. Later in your travels, you may encounter someone able to predict the flow of battle. This option will glow when there is an insight to offer. Okay. There is no thing, though, to help me out with regard to, like, a guide or anything, so I'll be working around the information that I currently have and not much more. Okay. Very cool choice there, Archer Man. Looks like we can walk on rivers with our buddy here, so I'm going to go ahead and bop homeboy, or maybe we start off by, let's see, there's no way I'm gonna be able to kill you. She's not way down by this, so she's got the 12 speed. She does double. And it would be 16 damage minus 5, so it'd be 11 times 2, not quite gonna get the kill. Well, I do kind of want to kill that guy more than I care about the archer, because homeboy's got a steel sword. 11 weight on the steel sword, kind of crazy. Well, let's not get stun locked here in the early portion of the game. It's not like anything much matters except for getting out some experience. Very nice axe design on the warrior model. New little spike and some tail ends to the axe. Call me a fan, because I am. 11 times 2, are we going to be able to? Might as well. No reason in holding back against this guy. We're not going to be holding back against the rest of the game, so... Let's see, Slim Sword on you, Iron Axe on you. We should be fine. 9 damage, I don't know. 18. Wonder if Weapon Triangle's about the same. If it is, you two are dealing the same amount of damage to me, and I'm not getting 2 shots, so we're living. Especially with this Gilded Brand giving us the +3 defense. This is a very good intro segment to kind of getting you as a player used to your weapons and stuff, because you're not forced into using anything. You're kind of just given options. Crazy level up there. HP, strength, speed, basically perfect. More defense is always going to be good on her as well. Garath is going to be absolutely nuclear for a while, I believe. Yeah, he's pretty insane. I'm definitely down with it. Don't worry, nothing bad could ever happen to Garath. I won't allow it to happen to him. Obviously, I'm losing a lot of experience by doing this, but I don't even mind. I don't mind in the slightest. I wonder if Slim Swords give +3 speed like a lot of games have been doing. Finesse Sword, it's mostly just high hit rate, although 6 might. Is it better than Iron? I guess it is. Slim Sword is better than Iron. That's probably the first time I've seen that. Apart from obviously the speed bonus that is sometimes given. Steel Axe does the boss move, he doesn't. Alright, well in that case we've got some time to do as we please. I get to go right here with you, get this kill with you. Now in terms of supports, I don't really know what's what at the moment. I don't know when we can build supports, who can build supports. I've been led to believe that in terms of supports, you can have a maximum of A rank with 1 person at a time, but otherwise you can build all the rest to B rank. So we can really go ham with the supports as far as I'm aware. Kolbane not doing bad with that nice little dodge. Looks like some enemies coming off from the side over there. Gonna obviously try to get all of the villagers. There's no reason not to at the moment. You can go there potentially, or maybe I'll let him have this kill and he can mosey his way over there in due time. Good old Kolbane. Can't really go wrong with an early game starter soldier. I guess he doesn't really have a relationship with these two at the moment. He's not known to them that well. Though fear might grip our hearts, take heed, for at any moment the almighty gods may choose to deliver the faithful from... Ah, they're here, the brigands are here. Run for your lives. What? No, I must apologize. You are Striders, yes, come to deliver us all from evil. Then it is truly as I preached. Please let me aid you in your task. I am no fighter, but it appears you have brute force covered amply. But I can ease your pains and mend your wounds. Together then let us restore peace to these ravaged lands. Okay, well we get an early game healer, Asher. Healing staff and physic. He has B rank at base, that's crazy. That's wonderful though. Asher did not quite know what to make of him, but whether or not his effect is sincere, he is no charlatan. I'm guessing this is Rena describing everybody then. As if writing in a book, that's pretty crazy. Cleric, and striking down such a man was a grave sin, even amongst the most hardened sellswords. Well, except for the fact that they will commonly be targeted and all that, so... A Thunder Cleric, with 7 Constitution, 7 Magic, 6 Speed, 8 Res, 3 Defense, okay. Fair enough. Pretty standard for a healer, you can't really go wrong with a... Well, in all honesty, he's not actually very standard in terms of a healer, because most of your healers don't show up with B rank and a physic in the first chapter of the game, but trust me, I'm not complaining. I'll take it. It's very cool. I'm guessing healers probably don't have animations, and I'm definitely okay with that as well. Let's see. I guess I'll have him go visit the village. He's not as badly needed. since, you know, just a brigand incoming. That way we can get some experience for the lady. Frontier Striders, as ever, a day late and a crown short. Here, this should make up the shortfall. Had it for ages, but no merchant rich enough to pawn it to passes through. Best I can do for all of us survivors is hope it buys you a sword or two. Go on, finish the job. A ruby gem, okay. Pretty good way to start off, get us some money and a healer early on. That's a very impressive healer though. I've never really experienced anything quite like that. I mean, with 7 base magic, he's healing for 17 at base, which I guess, eesh, I actually got hit by that. I guess would make sense if vulneraries or potions in this game are 15 health. It would make him more valuable than those by a noticeable amount at the very least, which, you know, obviously I don't know if that is the case at the moment. Let's see. Well, I can kill with the Gilded Brand now that I've leveled up. But is it worth going for this? Probably. I trust. It's not an 86, so we'll trust him. Very, very well done. I mean, I really don't even have to use my good sword here at the moment. There's no downside to letting people get hit a little bit. Even if Asher gets hit, it's not going to kill. He's got good enough speed to at least face tank a little bit. So we'll simply Iron Sword it here for now. I don't see any supports, just shove and everything, so I'm sure it'll all work out in the end. Let's gather up all this early game experience and make it last, because we're going to be needing it later on for sure. So far, though, I'm very pleased with this. Can't really complain. 12 damage. Okay, he does have battle animations just in battle. I guess the healing itself is taken off the plate, which, you know, I'm definitely okay with that. It's one of those things that you don't really want gone a lot of the time until you've used healing, you know, 6 or 7 times. And it's like, okay, now I want it gone. Now I want it gone for sure. And then you have to turn on, you know, the animations. He got res. Crazy. Then you have to turn on partial animations and all that. Just one left. Let's finish this. Okay. That'll work for me. I guess we'll go over here and just beat up on this guy with Homegirl. Maybe shoot with Buddy once. I'm not going to use any more healing this chapter. We will indeed see what happens. Probably weaken. Probably not going to be able to double with, well, okay. If we can do it that easily, then that's what I'll do. Bloody Striders, think you're ready to stand and fight. Buffa, I'm going to drink from your skull tonight. I don't think that's going to happen. I think, as a matter of fact, that's not going to occur, but you do you, my friend. Yeah, okay. Iron Sword it is. Stand down, Blackguard. There's no need for more bloodshed today. Nah, not mine. But you've made a big mistake stepping up to deal with me. No pursy little lordling's gonna lay a glove on me. Trust me, I'm far more Iron Fist than Velvet Glove. It looks like you really want me to show you. Ah yeah, Rena's very cool. I'm very impressed by her. Her and Garath both. I think that's his name, Garath. How'd it come to this, eh? I don't know. Rest in peace, Dismas. Your performance was dismal. I'm sure that was the first time anyone's ever said that. Got strength again. Okay. A very good Rena to start then. I have no idea what the, okay, nice little banner. I have no idea what the growth rate is for that, so we'll figure that out at some point. Straightforward enough. Can tell it's taken a lot out of you. No shame in it, though. We've cracked a few heads together, true, but that was your first serious fight, and you stood up well. Better than the last few leaders who have come through, for sure. The last few? Just how many commanders have you outlasted? You don't want to know. It'll only depress you. Yeah, probably would. Times have been hard. Either of you heard of these dark rites before? Search me. Perhaps we'll find more answers on the road. Okay. Hey, a cavalier. Ah, Striders, so there is hope. And I see you have the badge yourself. Your horse looks close to breaking point. Why the need to ride so hard? There's trouble out west, from the same band of thugs that you just put down, no less. My own section was ambushed, put to the sword. I only just got out alive. You fled while your men died. You were dead anyway. Someone needed to take word back. I rode like heck to get back to Rahal out west, got my wounds seen too. But I was in no state to ride. And the dang mayor sat on his hands rather than sending any rider out. By the time I was ready, the bandits had already stolen their way inside. Only just got out in time there, too. You certainly have a knack for survival. I'm no coward, sir, just in no hurry to die uselessly. Then you'd best come with us. Let's see to freeing Rahal. Okay, that'll work for me. Stand aside, Commander, if you will. The brigand leader at your feet yet breathes. Oh yeah, I can fix that. What? No. To slay in self-defense is no sin, but while he lies helpless, have you no honor, sir? He's just a common bandit. You put him back on his feet, he'll go right back to all this. You really like the smell of ash that much, priest? Could you not detain him? No, we need to get moving. There's others to save. Sergeant, stand aside and let the man heal him. Or let him heal the man. What, you too? Means a lot to him, and he did lend us his aid in the battle. Much obliged, gentle commander. If there was more good you wish to do, you might consider following us on the road west to Rahal. Our company could use your gifts. To Rahal, you say? I've had my share of troubles there, but they don't deserve brigandry. Yes, I shall follow along. Cleverly done, Chief. Okay, fair enough. If that's how we're gonna get the healer, then so be it. I do believe I have time for one more chapter, so let's go ahead and do one more. Chapter 1. This Broken Land. This will give you a good insight into the game as a whole, so that just the prologue doesn't stand on its own anyway. Gonna try to maintain videos around a standard length, but we'll see how we do. 14th Moonstone, set year of the Osprey near Rahal. Oh, I read that completely stupidly. 14th Moonstone set, year of the Osprey, near Rahal. We've been marching north for a day and a half, but still the stench of smoke lingers in our clothes and hair. The men who torched the Vale were just common thugs, but given purpose and confidence, had made dangerous for it. Rumors have not been encouraging. Seems as though Rahal has been taken over by these brigands entirely. It's shameful that this could happen, but it's testament to the weak state of the Striders that they've grown so bold. This may well be an evil greater than four sword arms can handle, but we have to try at the very least. Otherwise, it's as the ensign says, what are we even for? I suppose so. Hey yo, some amazing portraits incoming. So that's the situation we're left in. The gates are shut, nobody's coming, and if we tried to leave, those vultures would pick our wagon clean. It's near a miracle they haven't found it yet. And the locals have said it so much worse, or have had it so much worse. At least we'll be able to leave someday. Please, miss, you have to find and alert the patrol. Of course, I understand. It would be my pleasure to help. I'm so glad to hear. Name your price. Price? Heaven forfend, I can't extort you in these circumstances. I'd be no better than these bandits. Besides, if I can get help to this town, it'll be good for the whole region. In times like these, we all have to pull together and do our part. Much obliged, miss. Great mother watch over you. And you. Come on, Amelia, mounts up. Right. Sorry. Just lost in my thoughts. All alone. You should have insisted on paying her, boss. She should have insisted on payments. If she really wants to do this out of the goodness of her heart, why should good, honest folk have to dig deep into our pockets, eh? Fair enough. And what good would that money do anyone if she shot down the road? Mark me, girl, in times like these, look out for yourself. Well, that's a shame, but I guess it is what it is. This is the life, hoy bar, keep another round. Alright. Alright what? Alright boss. That's more like it. This is the life, boss. Tell you what, making nice sure does have its perks. You're telling me, just a month back I'd be beating your face into the ground. Well, you'd try. No, I would, easy. But I don't have to now. Hey, this is nice. This is some good banter. All the Southwest crews together as one and everyone gets to eat. Just like that blue blood said. Here, were you there for when they hashed it out? Nah, heard plenty though. Really does just want us to raise havoc in the countryside. Have some fun. Makes me sick, to be honest. How's that? Just doesn't sit right. This noble's got his job and his title just to protect his lands, right? But he'll sell it all out to us just for whatever plan he got cooking. Guys like that just go to show you gotta look out for yourself. Ain't no help coming from above, that's for sure. Reckon it's some kind of trap. Idiot, why'd he let us get strong if it was a trap? But if you want to go chase shadows, you can check the sentries. Ah, dang it. Go on now. Go on, yeah. That's pretty cool. I kind of like that the bandits aren't just like, yo ho ho, we're evil for the sake of it. This guy's kind of got some morals, even though he's willing to, you know, cast them aside for the sake of the fun. I guess he won't be needing this pint, eh, boss? You look in a foul mood. What that sour guy Cobbett say to you this time? I was only saying things were a little too quiet around here. What do you go and say a dang fool thing like that for? It's been quiet as anything. If the Striders even know we're here, they'd better know, or they know better than to show. You sure? Sure, I'm sure. Only been watching the bloody road since dawn, haven't I? Then, who are they? Heck. Get the boss then. Ready up, boys. Okay, fair enough. So, this is the fate that befell Rahal. Crude insignias dabbled on the walls, sounds of debauched revelry within. It's an outrage. I won't suffer it to continue. Well, you might well not, but what can we really do? Got second thoughts, Ensign. This is the job. We needed to check it out, sure, but can the handful of us really purge the place clean? There's gotta be someone in the region who can back us up. Imagine if you were in that town. Every second under the brigand yoke would be torture. That's crazy. How do they even get that to happen? That's so good. Jeez, anyway, sorry, the music is just so fascinating. We have a duty to these people. We have a duty. We need a battering ram. Or do you think the gates will fall in at a highborn's command? Don't dismiss me as a pampered noble. You don't know the first dang thing about me, Ensign. Maybe, but I'm learning fast. Oi, Striders, let's have a word. Okay. Figured I'd save you some time. Bring out the man you'd want to have a chat with. Come on, Mayor, say your part. Strider Captain, thank you for your concern, but we're doing fine here. Just fine on this lovely day. How are you? Well, that's me convinced. Nothing says all's well like a quivering man standing in the way of a bowshot. Yeah, bowshot, huh. Couldn't think why you'd want to shoot me. Or do you think a foul face and a coarse tongue makes an evil man? Fair enough. Sure, there's no reason to suspect you other than... Wait, there's no reason to suspect you're other than a law-abiding man. In that spirit, I don't suppose you've heard of the Darkright Bandits. Their insignia somehow found its way onto your walls. Search me, but whoever they are, they sound like a hard nut to crack. More than a scrawny highborn noble and a couple of roughnecks could handle. Might be best served forgetting a few of the things she's seen. You might well think that, if you were stupid enough to mistake a scouting party for the full force. But Striders hunt in packs, and help is never far from hand. Maybe the clever move would be to surrender now and keep your lives. Or, sorry, their lives. I'm little used at talking in circles. Huh, more fool you if you try. More fool you if you try. It's definitely very interesting. The dialogue and the dialect is very distinct, but I'm not able to get a grasp on it quite yet. It's going to lend itself to some very poetic reading, I can tell. Guards on the table, it'll go bad for you if you try and force this, and it might just go worse for the locals you want to save. Gods only know what could happen in the confusion of battle, eh? Hey, this wasn't part of the deal. I already gave you everything you wanted, didn't I? Yeah, which means you're running short of use. No, dang it, you've made your points. Rest in peace, the homie. Right, lads, no messing about. Sentries, if these fools come even a step closer, feather them. Tonight we'll take whatever's not nailed down and head back to camp. And just in case one of you laggards stumbles across the old man, you touch a hair on his head, you're dead meat. Got it? Okay. A Pegasus Knight. Did you hear all that, Amelia? The Striders are just outside the gates. Now's our chance to break out while they're distracted. And throw open the gates on our way out. Nobody's watching the lever. Mount up quick. Right. Hey, what are you? Hey. Sheila, I know you wouldn't approve of such recklessness, but needs must. Yeah. Okay. We actually get a Pegasus Knight and presumably a Cavalier or two early on. Get back here. Boys, stop her. Keep her away from the lever. I think she's got the lever. Okay, so diplomacy has failed. More than failed. The mayor's dead. Thank you, Sergeant. I'd almost forgotten. Don't get too upset over it. Man sold out his own town anyway. So what's the next plan? Walk up, give their bowmen a breezy afternoon of target practice? Aren't you meant to be with me? I thought you agreed that we had to find a way in and take care of it. Yeah, I'm here for any good plan to get in. Fair enough. Well, we've tried hoping they'll let us in, and it didn't work out. Do we go for reinforcements now? Well, don't discount your own plan so soon, Ensign. 3, 2, 1, open. You're being sarcastic, right? You haven't actually cracked. Yeah, of course I'm being bloody. Huh? And then the gate opens. Very handy. Good Sir Strider, might we be of service in your quest? If we have you to thank for handling the gate, then you already have been. I'll admit I wasn't expecting a Pegasus Rider to show up. What's brought you here? These Striders are not the only ones out to improve the world, sir. Are you one of Farrell's soldiers? Is there more aid coming from the... No, I am but a freelance, sir. Yet, who can remain idle in such times as these? If I have the chance to try to change things, even a little, I must try. And who's the girl? Amelia. Well, you'd best get out of the way. Things are about to kick off. No, I can make myself useful. I can fight. Wait, you can fight? Don't be silly, girl. I can. I won't be cast aside. Well, we're in no position to turn you away. Stick together and we'll all get through this all right. So a theoretical recruit, then? Is that the case? Eilene, okay. Let's see. Of the new units... Oh, Amelia, she's a mage. Okay. I'm here for this for sure. Cyrille. Only a few truly had the diligence and mettle for such thankless work, but their competence was beyond reproach. Fair enough. Slim Lance and Iron Sword on this Cavalier. 8 strength, 11 speed, 9 defense is no joke, with 28 HP to boot, to Dark Affinity. Very moderately low constitution, so it's going to lend very well to their rescuing capability. I'm definitely down with this unit. You can't really go wrong with a Cavalier with stats like this. I mean, this kind of puts Franz to shame, this early on, no less. 8 strength, 9 defense, 28 HP. That's crazy. Then here's Amelia. Probably my favorite portrait so far. One of these two, for sure. Definitely. Amelia, though, the mage, made the mistake of looking too deep into her eyes. Still pools, bottomless depths full of sorrow. She's definitely my favorite now. Well, she's a mage. Either way, she's got Thunder, a 1-3 range spell, long range dwarf spell, and Fire, the 1-2 range. Okay, Thunder's a bit weaker, but it's longer range. Starts with C rank and Anima. The Wind Affinity, no less. That's a very good one. Very, very good one for a mage, honestly. That's attack, hit rate, crit, and crit avoid. Really can't go wrong with that. 8 magic, 7 speed, and 8 res. Little 3 defense on 21 HP. I mean, it'll work for me. It'll definitely do its job. I'll train her up to the best of my ability. And then here's Eilene. Only the most well-heeled could afford Pegasi or the training to ride them, so one could only wonder. So it seems Pegasi or Pegasus riders use swords. Slim sword, iron sword. As we've distinguished now, slim swords are strictly better than iron swords. Yeah, strictly better than iron swords, so that's fun. Wow. 8 strength, 14 speed, 10 luck, 10 res, 6 defense with 22 HP and 9 skill. This is a crazy unit with the light affinity. Okay, Eileen's one of the best in the entire game. I mean, she's got to be right. Like, I can't show you her growth rates, but I'm sure she's pretty crazy in those too. Yeah. Almost no doubt in my mind, one of the best units in the game. Using the swords as a Pegasus, you're not getting weighed down either, so... Yeah, we're going to be having a very fantastic time with Eilene. Let's see, Archer can go down pretty quickly. Iron Longbow, 2-3 range. Infantry only. Very fascinating indeed. A longsword counters cavalry. So some varied weapons to start us off. Fighter class. Short bow. Is that going to be 1-2 range? Okay, good. Just 2 range. It's just a slim equivalent, so it's better. Hand axe and hatchet. Oh, okay. It's not 2 range. Interesting. Okay. Counters heavy infantry. That implies an armor knight at some point, so we'll see about that. I'm sure I can get through the archers with maybe Homegirl and Garath. I'll make it work. This'll be a fine starting position. We'll just go for it. Obviously, gonna be a long first episode, but I do hope you're enjoying it. We'll try to get through it in due time. Where have I heard this one? This is a banger. Is this Pokemon? I think it's Pokemon. Either way, let's go ahead and hop over here with Garath. Shoot this guy down, as deserved. That's a crazy rendition of it. The music's so good. That's what I've been talking about the entire time. The The aesthetic, the music, everything. It's all so good. Okay, and then I'll go ahead and run up here with Cyrille. Let's see, they can use swords as well, so we'll hang out more towards the back with them. Do like that. Kolbane behind. And then I guess I'll leave this one alive temporarily because I'm not going to kill with... I probably should have traded Javelin over to Cyrille and let that kind of come down. I had a plan and I didn't stick to it at all because I was so enthralled by the music. And that's fine. It's definitely okay with me. Let's see, I could prank this guy to coming around over here and attacking. So I'll give her the defense raising sword, let her do her thing, and then you can hang out right here. A little bit of a slow start, no doubt, but a start nonetheless. Got to start somewhere, right? So it is what it is. Very nice animations as well. Sword animations on a Pegasus. You really do love to see it. When was the last time I used a sword Pegasus? That's a moderately rare thing to see these days. Well, regardless, hopefully all of our units will prove themselves this map. We got to watch out for some effective weapons, potentially getting an armor unit this map. As I said early on, there are like 62 characters in this game, so we're going to have a lot of people to choose from. It's going to be a game where we can choose our favorites and then enjoy them to the fullest. I'm not necessarily inclined to blind Iron Man this one, but we might change that rule depending on how we feel at the time. I believe I'm just going to be using what I've referred to in the past as practical discretion. We'll just get what we get and not throw a fit, and potentially sometimes throw a fit. That's, you know, sometimes you just got to. Okay, so relatively easy start, a plethora of options. We got Thunder to start us off with you. Amelia, with the ponytail. Reminds me of Tail 2. She's my favorite. Amelia's the one. We're taking her all the way. We're not dropping Amelia for a single map that she's playable in. Mark my words on it. She's here for the ride. And I'm also under the impression that Eilene's going to be there for the same reason. Let's see. So I do need to start off moderately soon in getting through you. So we're going to start off with... Yeah, we'll just go ahead and go with the Iron Bow. Garath is not getting experience, though, still, I notice. Unless... Okay. Now he is. I guess there's a certain modifier on experience where it can actually be 0 instead of going as low as 1. I'll trade him over to Axe, so this guy's not a big deal with him. Do you even have Shove? Okay, Cavs and presumably Flyers don't have Shove. But I could shove him twice and get him out over into all of that. Theoretically. Let's see, you would be in range of 2 of them. So, okay. We'll do it like this then. We'll just box in the archer. Oh, actually, you get the kill. Okay. Well, we'll do that then. Good old Kurt Kolbane. What a legend. I probably shouldn't say that. It's fine. He's very good. He's a very fun soldier. Enjoy him a lot. Okay, so 2 axe dudes. Maybe I'll send... Let's see, is Eilene going to be able to tank 2 hits? They are both steel axe, so we'd probably prefer not to. Well, in that case, 1 kill here, 1 kill there. We'll call it good. Maybe just trading Homeboy over to Iron Axe and maybe not even shoving, maybe just staying around. This map is flowing very well. Nice and easy kill here, and then a little heal up on Eilene with Asher. Let's see, the defense sword is really handy, isn't it? I don't know if I'm going to need it exactly. I'm going to be in range of 2, so I might as well equip it. Maybe I shouldn't go in all the way then. If I do, I should do it like this. Equip, let's see, are you going to be in range of just 1? If that's the case, I can afford 23 from Weapon Triangle minus 8 for 15 damage taken. I can afford trade you over to Iron Axe. This is a great opportunity to see if we have Thracia trade. Indeed we do. So equip that, shove you, and then go right here with Asher and get the heal. Still got that physics staff. We can make use of that to the fullest. I'm sure that we will. Let's see. And I still have yet to see if we can shove mounted units. That's one thing that I'm going to be very observant of the next opportunity that I get. Our units feel very strong. They are 1-rounding very consistently. Obviously, it's close when they don't too. So, you know, even in circumstances like this, with him doubling like this, we can finish off in 1 hit afterwards. Which, I mean, that's fine by me. I don't mind in the slightest. Short bow, okay, fair enough. Garath is a pretty crazy Jagan, isn't he? Okay, you're gonna rush down towards us. Well, in that case, we've got plenty of options. Are you gonna one round? Really? You're gonna one round this guy. Okay, not quite. Just the other one. Okay, fair enough. Completely understandable. Which, still, that's enough to weaken noticeably. So in that case, maybe we'll get a quick little... We'll just bop you. I'll just bop you. I'm gonna use this guy to the fullest. You're not gonna be able to stop me from wasting a ton of experience on Garath, because it's not gonna be wasted. He's just gonna be awesome all throughout. I will not falter on this, not in the slightest. Let's see, you're not quite gonna reach. You're on your thing there. Well, in that case, I think I'm just gonna kill... Maybe this will work? Be good chip damage at the very least. I guess if that's gonna be the case, and I'm not gonna get the kill either way, then... I don't know, there's a bunch of things I could do here. I'm gonna start off by healing you, whoosh you back up to full, and go damage this guy for whatever I can. Probably get the dodge, or at least hopefully get the dodge. And we'll see what happens after that. Okay. Should be able to get the kill with my two favorites now. I'm pretty sure you can manage this one. Iron sorted up. Nobody here to attack us. There is an armory up there that we could visit. Good old Eilene and Amelia. Long-term favorites, no doubt about it. Nice dodge, too. That is one thing about Eilene. The high luck and high speed combination is going to lead to a lot of avoid. She doesn't get any avoid from her support at base, so we'll see what happens with regard to all that, but her and Amelia could be a really good pair, actually. Was Amelia wind? That would be a little bit of avoid. Wouldn't it? No, it's hit, crit, and crit avoid. So it's no avoid in that one either. Well, either way, I'm fine with that. Go ahead and get this one with you. You know, some people out there will try to tell you, oh, weapons get better over time. Blacksmiths improve. It's nonsense. Look, I found this schematic in an old master's journal. Decided to follow it myself, you know, and as a test to my skill and such. Think you'll see the results for yourself, my friend. What do you mean, did I build it wrong as a joke? Okay, got a hurl bat. Okay. I'm guessing that's like a lesser, a mercurial but notorious hand axe with 12 weight, 7 might, 1-2 range. I mean, hey, if it's an E rank hand axe, I'll take it. I didn't check before, but yeah, these are D ranks, so we gotta be careful in a sense. The Dark Rites were just the latest band of thugs with delusions of grandeur to plague the lands, and then you dealt with the traitor in a single vicious blow. I knew then he considered himself a man of honor. Wait, dealt with the traitor in a single vicious blow. Huh. Interesting. I'm not really sure what that's leading into. Also, you have 8 move and you have 7. Okay. So I guess movement's going to be standardized. If you're a healer that's not mounted, you're going to have 5 move, which is going to make me presume that mounted healers have 7 move, as well as Pegasus Knights are going to have 7 move. Calves are going to have 8. And then everything else that's... Okay, so it pretty much does follow the standard of what was it, Call of the Armor, in a sense, I think. It was Bells of Bylin, right? Bells of Bylin was the one I played before that had the similar standard. Okay, we're gonna double this guy, Hammer or Lucerne. It's gonna be heavy. He is indeed the Lucer, NE. Regardless, hopefully we'll get an Armor Knight out of this village. Surely he'll come in very handy if so. Let's visit this house over here. May not look it now, but back in my day I was a dang good fighter. Let me tell you, don't underestimate the use of a good finesse weapon. Those slimmer, lighter blades cut sharper than pig iron rush jobs. They're a dang sight easier to swing than crude steel. It might not look like much, maybe you've even been burned before, but give them a second look, won't you? Indeed, so that is a good pointer to go ahead and don't disregard the good old standard, what are they? Standard weapons, or slim weapons, that is. Trade this off of you, do a little bit of healing, whoosh you up, and we'll see what we get right here. Boy, I'm the town's locksmith. Good steady trade, right? When those dang brigands came strutting in, they demanded I give them some of my handiwork. Well, it beat an axe in the spine, right? So yeah, I did it. But if you mean to take the fight to their lair, here, the ski will open up every lock I smithed them. Wait, oh, okay. Go plunder them. Chest key, okay. Looks good to me. A 5-use chest key, no less. And beat up on all these guys pretty easily, I think. So, Slim Lance this one. Cyrille the Cavalier. Seeming surreal good out here. I definitely like their stat spread. Okay, and then hopefully Amelia can one round. If not, then we weaken. Weaken good and proper. We can do whatever we want, Lamau. I guess I probably should have used an axe there for the weapon rank. It really doesn't make a difference, but probably would have been better. A little bit of axe experience will probably go a long way. We'll beat up on you and get the kill with Amelia. I hope. Probably. Almost certainly. And then after this, we'll finish off the boss. That way, you get a good first look into the early portion of the game. Hope you've been enjoying it every bit as much as I have, because this has been a wonderful experience so far. I'll get into it later, of course, but the link is going to be in the description below if you want to play it for yourself. Skill, luck, and defense. Defense on a mage. Well, I'll take it. We'll go ahead and finish you off. Can't believe it. Were my men really too weak to put you down? Well, bad news for you, pal. I was boss for a reason. Because you can't attack from 3 range, is that it? You, like all the rest of them, cannot attack from 3 range? There we go. Let's see if Amelia can get the job done. Nice. Good job. You gotta be kidding me. You ain't warriors, you're just... What exactly are we? A bunch of absolute units? I think that's probably about it. Map clear. Oh yeah. That was a very good field map. I like that one more than the one before. That's the last of them, Chief. If there's more, they've at least got the sense to lie low. Yeah, and it'll be a good long while before they kick up a fuss again. I reckon we made our message loud and clear. Enough it can even get into a bandit's thick skull, huh? Here's hoping you're right. Alright then, let's get the townsfolk out in the open. Surely someone will be able to shed some light on the bandits' origins. Right, boss, I'll get door knocking. Great, with a light touch, Sergeant. Let's not have them thinking you're another cutthroat. Huh, what do you take me for, boss? I'll be the very picture of courtesy. We'll have a little tea party. At the end, we'll all have a kiss and a cuddle and talk about our feelings. Sure, sounds great. Grand. Yep, he's my favorite. In the meantime, Ensign, search the area for any... Hey, anyone who wants to live, get out here and show your faces. Order of the Striders, got it? Any... God dang it. Suppose we have to get moving fast, not make friends on the way. You want me to look for stashes? Yes, that. Thank you, Ensign. Sure thing, Chief. Okay. At least I'm winning one of them over. Sir. I'm no sir. My name's Kolbane, though nobody seems much interested in using it. Anyway, thanks for your help. Didn't fancy our chances against so many brigands, but you really even the odds. We're glad to be of service, so, where to from here? Guess that's your call. No, I mean, you're going to tackle these brigands, right? So you need all the help you can get. I'll lend you my blade, and, that is, if Amelia here will allow. Felt good to make a difference, and I have an aptitude for it, so why ever not? Well, that's great to hear. It's not my call, you understand, but I don't see why the captain would turn you down. So until we hear otherwise, welcome to the Striders. It's a pleasure to be here. Okay, awesome. You hear me, slugs. You got nothing to fear so long as you make yourselves known. Hear that? It sounds like an unlikely salvation indeed. You think we can trust him? What if it's Cobbet's men? The brigands have no need for any subterfuge. If they wish to enter, they would simply kick the door down. No, I suspect this man is a Strider. Our fortunes may be on the rise, provided you intend to remain by my side, of course. Yeah, well, if I'd wanted to leave, I could have, eh? But your bags are still jangling. And besides, ain't like I've got any place else to be. Impeccable logic. Now, come, let us see these saviors. Here, Oaf, does my presence satisfy you? May you now cease your caterwauling. Open door, no inked-up knucklehead thinking they'd escape justice. Yeah, I'm good. Truly glad I am to hear it. But while I got your attention, you know anything about where those bandits came from? We got ourselves a notion to tear this rot out at the source. I confess I had associated you vaunted Striders with passivity. This bolder effect becomes you. Yes, I can point you towards the source. Where is your commander? The redhead fussing about over my shoulder. Hey boss, get over here. You needn't shout, Sarge. Ah. Oh? Interesting. Would behoove you to ask fewer questions, girl. Already this goes against my better judgment. The questions, if we were to be discovered. No, the more important thing is to shut your mouth and follow. You not understand. She's dead, girl. Now staunch your tears. Okay. Says he knows where they're holed up. Boss, you with me? Yes, of course. I'm glad to make your acquaintance, and while you were only doing your job, I am still obliged for your help. I'm tired of hiding out in the cellars. You were hiding out that whole time. Reckon they were looking for you. I suppose there is little point in pretending otherwise. I am Barcade Hengeist, erstwhile courtier of King Aldebert. Since my fall from the King's grace, I had thought to retire quietly. Never could I have suspected that power-crazed upstart, Baron Cuthbert Farrell, would stoop so low as to set brigands amuck for me. Hold up a dang moment. These are Farrell's holdings. You mean to say he lets bandits have free run of his own lands? His eyes are cast higher than his fiefdom, Sergeant. He sees a chance at securing ultimate power over the Achaemenid throne. And it scarcely matters who has to die for his ambition to be fulfilled. I imagine the greater scheme is to keep the central forces busy, for it suits him to see them overstretched and dispersed. One less moving part to stop him once his push for power commences in earnest. Captain, might I have your name? Your name, girl. It's Rena. Well, Captain Rena, might I travel alongside your company? Well, now that we know how this ends, you've got me more than fascinated. I have some small talent in tactics and in the marshalling of men. At the very least, I could provide you with a new perspective. That can hardly be disagreeable. Sorry, old-timer. We're striders, not the trudgers. I got plenty of perspectives as is, and the rest can all swing a sword. Sergeant? Just checking to make sure that was still your rank. Okay, good line. But if you are indeed a sergeant, and if I remain captain, then it is my call to make, is it not? You can mean so. I can, and I do. The tactician joins us. Any objections? Can't see how it's a good idea, but fine, yeah, it's your call. Just make sure he's good to march within the hour, right? Okay. You needn't fear on my account, Captain. I am harder than I look. I don't doubt it. There'll be a time and a place to talk more. True, but your sergeant is not wrong to impress the need for haste on us. Handling the Dark Rites will buy us time to breathe, and yes, to talk. They hide away in an abandoned fort not far on the northeast road. Okay, seems our next destination is clear, and I don't know if it's said through my mannerisms or through my eager desire to play this game more or anything of the sort, but yeah, I'm very interested in seeing how this progresses from here. I am definitely a fan of following a brigand subplot for at least more than 2 maps, and so far all of the characters, the plot pieces that have been put in place. I mean, obviously, we don't know what's about to happen with Homeboy and Rena, but obviously things are about to get intense from here. And this is only chapter 1, but chapter 2 in a sense, right? Because we played the prologue before. But all that aside, this has been a very wonderful first episode of this series. I'm very thrilled to get into this next chapter here. I'm going to record it post-haste after this one, that much is to be sure. I hope you enjoyed this one as well. Do make sure to subscribe if you haven't already. You don't want to miss more episodes of this series. This is only the first one after all, so there's many more to come in a game that has 42 chapters and 31 in any given playthrough, not to mention a route split and very many characters. All that aside, though, do make sure to share the video so that more people can see this wonderful game, play it for themselves. Of course, the link will be in the description below per usual. You can, as a matter of fact, download it right now. This game is complete and played alongside me. Do make sure to give feedback as well to the creator, both in the comments below and in the FEU thread. And I believe that's about all I have to say. Oh, and do make sure to like the video. You watched all the way to the end. This was an almost hour video, if not more. Do make sure to hit that like button. You surely had a good time, right? So why not? And I guess that's about all I have to say. So until next time, I'll see you later.